Good morning, students. I hope you all are in good health. I, Shreya Jadhav, welcome you all to my e learning channel. And today we are going to learn English of class 10. And today's topic is writing section. So, the writing section is section E in your board exams. And over here we have three questions. The first one is report writing. Report writing is for 4 marks and it is a compulsory question which you are supposed to attend. The second one is email and letter writing. So over here you will be having an option. Either you can write letter or you can write email. And over here your email or letter writing could be in two styles, which is formal or informal. Any one of it could be asked in board exams, and this question carries 5 marks. The third one is essay writing or story writing. So either of one you are supposed to select and you are supposed to write. So over here this question carries 7 marks. So, today's topic would be email writing. We will be learning and discussing in detail what is email, how is email writing done, what is the difference between formal and informal email writing. Okay, so with sample email writing, it will be presented over here. So, before that, let us know what is email writing. An email is a method of composing, sending, storing, and receiving messages over electronic communication system. Here we have discussed what is formal and informal email. The method for formal email has been discussed, as well as the informal method is also discussed, means stepwise each and everything will be given to you. The students can see how to compose formal as well as informal email writing. Now, email stands for electronic mail. It is most preferred means of communication nowadays. Why is it? Because email is very cheaper and faster, and it is really very easy also. So now let us know the two categories of email writing. The first one, what is formal email writing? The answer is a formal email is typically sent to someone you don't know well or to someone who is in authority. Now, formal means you are writing to a person whom you don't know. Yes, or if you know, but that person is at a designation or that person is in authority. So, you are supposed to have a proper manner to write it down. Examples: a formal email includes your principal, teachers, professor, a public official, or even a company you are doing business with. Yes, because over here you are not supposed to maintain any sort of human relations. Yes, like friendship or relations. No, over here the only relation which we are supposed to maintain is related to a sender and receiver. Yes, whether it is related to any business person or whether it is related to any public official or whether it is a relation between a principal or teachers or students or principal, whosoever it may be. So this is considered as formal email writing. The second category is what is informal email writing. Informal email are the ones that we would like to write to the people we know well. Yes, so informal means you can write to your near and dear ones who knows you well and whom you know well. So over here the examples are, this kind of emails are being written to our friends or our family members or siblings. Yes. So now let us move ahead and let us know the difference between formal and informal email writing. So over here a table is being put forward, and basically there are four main differences between formal and informal writing. The first one is that in formal email it is written to unknown person or to public official. On the other hand, in informal email writing, the email is written to family members, siblings, or friends. The second difference for formal is that the language is more accurate. Yes, whatever we write should be really very appropriate. And thus, in informal, the second difference is the language is more casual and relaxed. The third difference over here is in formal email writing is abbreviation, slang, emotions should be avoided. Okay, we are not supposed to create any sort of relationship over here. Yes, it is just, I have no said previously, it should be an email between receiver and sender. Whatever your problem is, the person who is receiving would try to solve it at his best level. So over here no emotions should be there, no slang language should be used, and no abbreviations should be used while writing a formal email. On the other hand, in the informal email writing, the language is more of the way we speak. So over here, if in informal emails, if you have any sort of grammatical mistake, would also be a little bit suffice. Yes, that it is not an perfect or accurate way, but over here the language is more we speak of. And the fourth difference in formal email writing is there is a proper structure with definite salutation, that is the opening of the email, signature, section, and main body content. So there is a specific method of writing down formal email writing. While on the other hand, if you see in informal email writing, the structure is more relaxed. Okay, although we are supposed to follow certain rules, but still, yes, it is not that compulsory or necessary. So let us understand with examples. Now in the previous slide we have gone through the differentiation. So now let us understand the example. Example for formal email writing. What kind of language is being used over here? The meeting is scheduled for 5th December at 9:30 a.m. All the students must attend. Your project updates are needed. And the example for informal email writing, required meeting December 5, 9:30 a.m. Updates needed. See you there. Yes, and at the end you can see there is a small smiley. Yes, so over here in both the statements share the same information. Yes, the informations are same, but the tone of the first is much more formal. Yes, everything is very much specifically written down. Yes, and they are grammatically also very correct. Why? Because that is a formal email writing which is being done. And in the second example you can see in the informal email writing that over here you may notice the incomplete sentence. Yes, that they are being written down in no 2 or 3 words, but they aren't full complete sentence. And moreover to that, over here slang is used, because over here you can see that siya means see you. Yes, so that ya is a slang word which has been used. And emotions are also there in the informal email writing. So now let us understand email writing requires. What requirement are we supposed to follow when we are supposed to write email? The first thing is from, means the person who is sending the email. So the email ID of the sender should be there. The second one is to. The email ID of the receiver should be there. CC, it means carbon copy. If the same email is to be sent to other person at the same time, CC is being used. Then we have BCC, that is back carbon copy. Now, if the same email is to be sent to third or fourth or other many people, yes, then we use back carbon copy. Then we have date. One example is also given over here. And dear students, pay attention to the format, how the date is being written. That is 24th January comma 2020. Yes, and no, generally it is not likely to write date. Why? Because email is already in an electronic form only, so it will generate the date and time by itself. But still, as it is your test for English language, we will be including date in email only when we write in the paper. In actual, we are not supposed to add or write date anywhere. The next thing is subject, what the email is about. Yes. Then the next one is salutation is needed. Now salutation means respected or dear sir, or we can write dear friend. Okay, so that is known as salutation. Then we have the main body content, and that main body is supposed to be written in paragraphs. A complementary clause is needed. Yes, so the end should be really very good enough. So let us go through the format of email. So over here you can see that the sequence is being given to you, that is from, to, CC, BCC, date, subject, salutation, main body, complementary closing. So over here from the top you can see from. The email ID is being written, that is abc.123@gmail.com. Now dear students, always remember, keep this thing in your mind, that there is no space between email ID. Yes, you are not supposed to leave space. You can observe and see on your screens also that there is no space while writing emails. The second one is to, means to whom we are writing. The receivers, that is xyz.0909@gmail.com. Over here also you can see that there is no space between the email IDs. The third one is CC, that is carbon copy. Now it is not always compulsory to have a carbon copy. Yes, but you can put a dash over there, but you are supposed to prepare column for CC. The next one is BCC. You can leave that space also empty. The next one is date. Now again, dear students, pay attention over here. remember the date format the way it is been written. It is 24th January 2020. This is the way you are supposed to write date while writing down email. Then we have subject. Okay, what is the matter we are writing about? And over here we have salutation, that could be dear friend or dear sir. And over here we have main body, okay, the main content. So either you can present it in one or two paragraphs. Then we have a complimentary closing, and over here you can write thanking you, then you can write yours truly, and below that you are supposed to write down your name. So now, dear students, after understanding the format of how to write email, over here we have sample email writing. So the first category is formal email writing. So let us understand. Question 1. You are harassed by commercial use of residential premises in our area. Write a letter to the editor of a daily, means newspaper, informing about the same. So over here you are first supposed to understand the question, that you are facing difficulty or you are facing some problem. What kind of problem? That in the residential premises, yes, there is use of commercial, okay, and you are having a lot of problem with that thing. So now you are writing down the letter to the editor, means the chief of the newspaper, and you want them to help you out. So what you are supposed to write? The first thing is we are supposed to follow the format, that is from, then to, then CC, BCC, date and subject. Now remember the format of date, that is 12th December, 2014. Subject is the commercial use of residential premises. So we are supposed to start with the salutation, that is dear sir. I am resident of Ambawadi area and I am harassed citizen. Most of the residence flats in our society are being used as commercial premises. This problem has arisen because our society is close to commercial hub of the city. Okay, so over here we are supposed to start our email that you are resident of so and so area and you are in a bit of trouble or you are in a bit of worry, and you are supposed to tell what is your problem, that in the residential area in your society the flats are being used for commercial purposes, okay, and this problem has arise in your society. And what is the reason behind it? Because many commercial hub are there in your area or in the city. The commercial properties are very expensive, so many traders and entrepreneurs opt for renting and buying ground floor or first floor flats. Their vendors and staff are large in number and they take away the parking area of the society. The security of the members of the society is at stake as unknown faces keep coming almost daily. We have made complaints to the local municipal corporation, ward officer, and the local police station, but no strict action has been taken. I am sure such situations must be prevalent elsewhere in the city where people must be facing the same agony, means problem, that we are going through. So in the first we have told that we are so and so citizen from so and so area, and we are writing the email. Okay, and over here in the second paragraph we have explained it in detail what we are suffering or what is our actual problem. And the problem is given over here that the commercial properties are very expensive, so the businessmen or the traders are renting the residential areas, and specifically they are renting or buying ground floors or first floor flats, and plenty of vendors are coming. Okay, because they have a large number of staff, and major no parking area is being taken by them. So the resident people over there are not getting that enough space for parking in the society. And moreover to that, that is not the only issue, but the security of the members of the society is the main. Why? Because every day, as it is, we can say, it has been used for commercial work, many unknown faces keep on coming, and they have made a complaint to the local municipal corporation ward officer, as well as they have went to the local police station for the same, but no strict actions have been taken place. And in this sort of situation, if no this sort of situation could not be prevail for a longer time duration, so necessary steps are supposed to be taken. Now this is the main reason why we are writing it down. Feeling utterly rejected and frustrated, I have approached you to please write a strong article against the commercial usage of residential premises. Also, please publish my letter in the Citizen Voice column so that the authorities may understand our woes, means problems, and so do the needful. So at the end we will be writing in a way that no the people over there might be frustrated that their problem is not being solved. And moreover to that, the writer is writing it down that us that the writer is telling that please write a strong article against all these commercial usage of residential premises. And this specific email or letter should be published in the Citizen Voice column also, so that everyone could come to know the exact situation about it. At the end we will write down thanking you, then we'll be writing yours truly, and at the end we'll be writing our name, and over here the name is Anand Iyer. So this is the explanation of first email. The second one is write an email to the manager of bank for opening savings bank account, as you have just taken up residence in a new city or town. So over here we are supposed to follow the format, that is from, to, CC, BCC, date and subject. So in from, who is writing, will be writing the name, that is Ketan Patel @gmail.com. No space should be there when you write email. The second means to whom we are sending, that is SBI @gmail.com. CC and BCC should be kept empty. And then we are supposed to write down date. The format, please do remember it, that is 25th March, 2020. And the subject over here is opening a savings account. So then we will write the salutation, that is dear sir, I have recently transferred my residence from Rajkot to Vapi. I need to open a savings account with your bank. I have my own business and I deal in medical equipment. Okay, so we are first giving the scenario. What is the reason that you want to open a new savings account? So over here we are first supposed to write the reason that we have shifted from Rajkot to Vapi and there is a need to open the savings account. And the person who is writing, that is Ketan Patel, he is having his own business and he is dealing with medical equipment. As I am new to the town, I am unable to give an account holder's name who would introduce me to the bank. I therefore request you to kindly take into consideration my PAN card number, residence proof of the flat that I have recently bought to help me open a savings account at the earliest. I need to deposit my checks and operate a regular account of myself. So over here he is writing down the main content that as he is new in the city, he is unable to give any account holder's name. So he is requesting the manager of the bank that he should take into consideration his PAN card number. Moreover to that, the flat which he might have bought recently, and he hopes that the manager helps him to open a savings account at the earliest because he is supposed to deposit many checks and he wants to operate this account by him as early as possible. At the end, we'll be writing down thanking you, yours faithfully, and then the name, that is Ketan Patel. So over here, the second email is completed. The third one. Third question is pilgrimage places vulnerable to pickpockets. Write a letter or email to the editor about the same. So over here we are supposed to follow the format that is from, to, CC, BCC, date and subject. So in from we'll be writing the person who is sending the email, that is dhruvin.shah@gmail.com. Then we'll be writing down to whom we are supposed to send, that is editor abad@gmail.com. We'll be leaving CC empty and BCC also empty. We'll be not writing anything over there. Then date, that is 12th October 2019. Subject, menace of pickpocket at pilgrimage places. So now we'll begin with the salutation, that is dear sir. You are well aware that most Indians are very religious minded and they make it a point to visit a pilgrimage place at least once a year. In our state, there are important pilgrimage places which receive thousands of devotees almost every year. Yes, so over here we can say a bit of no, a good beginning has been done. Yes, that many of the people follow different sort of religions. Yes, and moreover to that we are open minded, but when it comes to pilgrimage, at least once in a year we wish and we hope that at least we go to our pilgrimage. Yes, so in that point the or the email is being written that plenty of pilgrims comes over here. Pilgrims go there with hope of solving problems and thanksgiving, but many of them return distressed and rejected because they are active gangs of pickpockets operating on these holy places. Though many complaints have been made, police have been unable to, and the culprits and the temple authorities have washed off their hands of the matter by putting up boards along the railing requesting people to take care of their belongings. Yes, so over here, what has happened that pilgrims come to the pilgrimage for solving their problems or for Thanksgiving they come. But it is actually sometimes the situation is different. Why? Because they are rejected or distressed. Why? Because there is an active gang of pickpockets who steals, thing, money, any sort of jewelry. They rob from the people. Yes, from these holy places. Many complaints have been filed in the police station, but the police are unable to find them, and the culprits are still roaming. And moreover to that, the temple authorities have also told, they have put up the boards or banners that the people or the pilgrims who come for their problem solving or Thanksgiving, they are supposed to take care of their belongings. The temple authority will not be in charge of it. I request you to write a strong article so that the concerned authorities realize that the sentiments of pilgrims is being hurt. People go with faith to pray and have to concentrate on looking after themselves and their bags instead of praying. Yes, because there is a constant threat which the people suffer. Now when we go to some no religious place, it is so uh, divine and peaceful. Yes, but if we are in a constant threat, it would be a bit difficult for us to focus on the prayers. So this email is written in that context. So at the end we will be writing down thanking you, yours truly, and after that we'll be writing down the name, that is Dhruvin Shah. The fourth email, that is write an email to place an order for first aid material and medicines from the pharmacy of your schools for your school's requirement. So over here it would be from to CC BCC subject. So over here from means who is writing the email, and that is excellentschool.153@gmail.com. We are not supposed to leave space when we write down the email. The second one is writepharmacy@gmail.com. Yes, to whom we are sending. CC and BCC will remain empty. The next one is date, that is 22nd September, 2019. That is the day we are writing the email. Then we have subject, that is placing order for first aid medicine. And then we will be starting it with the salutation that we require the following medicines, materials for the school. We request you to send us a price quote and also the discount you can offer to our institute. Now over here we cannot say no hi sir, hello sir, how are you. Yes, we are supposed to directly come to the main point, that the school needs some sort of medical medicines or materials, and they want some specific price and discount to the institute, whether the right pharmacy can give them or not. Now over here, through this email we wish to place a bulk order of medicines to fulfill the requirements of school. Kindly send the following medical items. Now over here you can see the list has been given. So you are also supposed to, whenever you are supposed to write down, you are also supposed to prepare a box sort of thing. Okay, a list you are supposed to prepare. So this will be really very easy. So the first requirement is of cotton, 3 rolls, Dettol 12 bottles, bandages 10 packets, Band-Aid waterproof 10 packets, Metacin tablets 10 packets, glucose powder 5 boxes, Volini tubes, that is pain balm, that is 6 tubes. So if you are ready to offer us 25% discount, kindly consider this as a confirmed order. Yes, so it is directly been given to us that if you are ready to give 25% discount to the school, then consider is it as a confirmed order. And it is clearly mentioned over here that they will pay cash on delivery once the items, the medical equipments and everything reaches to the school, then cash on delivery would be given to them. We hope you will execute our order on time. So at the end we'll be writing thanking you, then we'll be writing the name, that is Anuja Srivastav, and then we'll be writing the designation, that is supervisor of DPS High School. Yes, so this is all about the fourth, email writing. The next one is informal email writing. So, question number 5 is write an email to your friends for inviting them to your birthday party. Yes, in the first 4 we have seen the formal ways of writing down the email. This one is an informal way. So over here we have from, to, CC, BCC, date and subject. The format do not change whether you are writing a formal email or an informal email. It will be one and the same only. From means you are writing, that is devki.shah0112@yahoo.com. Yes, and the receiver, that is Mishri Mehta 123@gmail.com. Now observe over here there is no space between the email, and over here in CC we have two names. Yes, and why CC is in CC it has been mentioned because this particular email is supposed to be sent to two other people also, and that is Palak Chain @gmail.com and Aisha Sheikh @gmail.com. Yes, we are leaving BCC empty, and then we have date. The format over here is 5th August, 2020. Then we have subject, that is invitation for birthday party. So then we'll be writing the salutation, that is dear friends, and then we write hi or hey all my dear friends, I hope this mail finds you in a considerable time, means you all are in a good time. I am very happy to announce my birthday party, and I warmly invite you all to my birthday party on 8th August 2020 at Greenleaf Hotel from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. So over here a simple description is being given up. Now as this is an informal letter, we can write hello, hi, okay, and we can ask that whether you are in a good health or in a considerable time, and then we are supposed to write down that what is the reason that we have written down the email. So this is an announcement for the birthday party, and Devki Shah is inviting her friends over the birthday party, that is on 8th of August 2020 at Greenleaf Hotel from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. The theme for my birthday party is retro look. It would be wonderful and excellent if you come and join us at the party. We will have great time and fun together. See you all soon. Your friend Devki Shah. So this is a very easy email writing. You all have gone through this thing. Yes. Thank you for watching. I hope you have understood the concept and the topic. Have a nice day, everyone.